get into like a really unhealthy mindset. I want to know how people are thinking that this is okay to do. I'm sorry, but no. Now 20 to 3 and I have just been watching some stuff on YouTube because in my spare time I'm a complete nerd and I've just been learning about gaboon vipers and king cobras from various different reptile channels. And then I went downstairs and I noticed that I had a couple of packages for me. I had a hairdryer that I've had for about, I want to say like 5 years or something, and when I turn it on now it smells of burning and I'm worried that it's going to like spark at me and explode because it just overheats very easily and I don't know what's wrong with it, so it's probably a good time to replace it. I'm a little bit sad about replacing this one because it was in fact the one by Babyliss that my face was on the box for. So I'll try and insert a picture of it here. I did a few different products for them within the space of like a couple of weeks. So I went and I got a Babyliss one again. I wanted one that if I wanted to wear my hair like beachy wavy, that had a diffuser on it and that wasn't too expensive or too heavy and just seemed to kind of last people well. I didn't want to spend like 60 quid on a hairdryer. I mean, if Dyson wants to send me one to review for my beauty channel, I wouldn't fight them on it, but this is the kind of bitch I am. So this I believe was like £35 and it is the Smooth Curl Salon Speed. I had a look at a few of them and ones that weren't Babyliss ones as well, and I had a look at all the reviews and stuff, and this is a Salon Power one. And professional AC monitor, shine system, boosting natural curls, blah blah blah. I did have a spare hairdryer that I got sent, but the first time I ever used it, unfortunately, it heated and like it kind of exploded. I'm sure it was just a faulty one and I could probably contact the PR company and let them know, but I can buy my own hairdryer, do you know what I mean? I feel bad going back to them and being like, I know you guys sent this in one of your like unboxing things, but it exploded and now I'm scared to use it again. I'm pretty sure that this is just like a faulty one or something, and I know that they would absolutely deal with it, but I just feel like weird doing that, you know? So I bought mine, and this is the one that I chose. So I'm gonna open it because this is the kind of exciting content that you get in my vlogs. It comes in a bag and it doesn't feel too heavy, and here's the diffuser, which seems to be like a nice size. I don't need to bother opening that right now. It's like the precise nozzle, so if you're kind of doing good blow dry then you can do that. Yeah, it feels like it's not super heavy, so can I do this if I'm doing this? Yeah, this is fine. The handle's nice. It's a nice shape. Happy with that. So that's my new hairdryer. For anyone that wants to know, I will link it down below for you, and it is the Smooth Curls Salon Speed. So that's exciting, isn't it? Now I can chuck the other one that had my face on it. I kept the box for a bit and then all I did was tear off the front that had my face on it. So I have got that. It's like under my bed somewhere, otherwise I would pull it out and show you. That's why I inserted the picture. There's something that I don't know why, I still don't want to throw away the actual hairdryer, even though my face is not on the actual hairdryer and the hairdryer doesn't work properly anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well chuffed with that. So I have finished my editing now. I'm just uploading, which is why I think it's a good time for me to go on my walk. It's looking a bit windy outside and I really don't fancy going, but I know that probably like a lot of you guys, I think when you start spending more and more time inside and then you don't push yourself to do things you just don't fancy doing, because like my main issue is that I don't want to get out of my slippers. I think you can get into like a really unhealthy mindset. You should be trying to look after yourself as if you were allowed to leave the house all the time and go about your normal daily business. I think that will kind of fare you much better in the grand scheme of things. So I am going to finish my herbal tea. I've got I think it's a chuckling goat one, and it's called the Get Through the Day tea. It's like mugwort and rosemary leaf and peppermint, I think. So I'm going to finish this, then I'm going to chuck some boots on and my coat, and then I shall be going for a walk, and we'll see if that goose is there again, see what wildlife we can see while this uploads.
Doing up there.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to get all the moss off of here. You see I've done 2 bits.
Yeah, it looks good.
Better.
Yeah, nice. Well done. Didn't think you'd get out here today. Didn't think you'd get out here today.
I know, it's a bit cold again.
I had to force myself to go on my walk.
Well, you did well.
It was really nice. It was actually warmer than I thought when you got going.
Oh, it's freezing out here.
No.
I've got 3 layers on, 2 of them are thermal.
Well, have fun. I'm going now. Bye.
Are you?
Yeah, love you. Bye.
Want to help me?
No.
What have I got to do? Just stand there?
Yeah, make sure I...
But you're there already. It's safe, isn't it?
Well, it is safe, but I can't go any higher because it's a bit...
You don't need to go higher though, do you?
I have to get the very top bits.
How did you do it before?
Well, I haven't been to the very top bits. I haven't been in the top.
Mum, take the scraper from Dad that he's trying to hand you. He's got work to do. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, just as I come back. Come back. Thank you. So, hello. Me and the big man are just having a little chill out. You want to run around on the bed, or are you going to sit nicely? You're going to chill with me for a little bit? Sit nicely. It's not late enough for me to just chuck him in my shirt and him fall asleep. I had a really nice walk today. I went like the opposite way of where I normally go, and it was really nice, really nice. And now I'm just like sat chilled on my bed. My video has successfully uploaded, so I'm just going to sort the description box and stuff, and then do my end screen, and I have to sort my thumbnail because I didn't do any of that yesterday. My hair looks black from here. It is not, I assure you. This is not. It looks so dark. How strange. So I wanted to have a little carol chat with you guys. I wanted, oh, hello. It's just not to get my tits out. I really need to sew on this bloody button today. I'm going to do that in a second. That's going to be the first thing I do as soon as I finish this little segment. Really fancied a Diet Coke. I'm not really like a big fizzy drink person, to be honest, but I really fancied it. So we just have a little carol chat. If you don't know, carol is what we refer to when we're talking about that thing that's affecting the entire world right now, because I don't want to get demonetized because YouTube seems to want to do that to anyone who talks about this topic. I just wanted to check in with you all, see how you guys are all doing, and I wanted to ask like what you guys have been doing. Now I realise that every time I see someone, especially in other countries, and they say they're like, you know, they've seen a mate today, or they've seen a boyfriend today, or whatever has happened, or, you know, reunited after however many weeks, I get that different countries have different things in place. Whether I agree with those political decisions or not, different countries currently have different rules and regulations that people are asked and expected to adhere to. The UK is still currently in proper lockdown, so that means that as I don't live with my partner, we are now nearly at 8 weeks that we have not. This is our 8th week that we haven't seen each other for. Although that's manageable and hard at the same time, what is pissing me off is that I'm seeing like people I know, or hearing about people I know, like making exceptions and going over to their boyfriends, or, you know, having their boyfriend over to their houses. And I've even seen people that I know on social media who like don't live with their boyfriends or whatever, suddenly posting things about being reunited and things. And I just think, if you don't live with your partner and we're on lockdown, unless you are, you know, you've left your current living situation and you are what are you doing, monkey? And you are going to spend the rest of lockdown with them, it's not appropriate. Like, I want to know how people are thinking that this is okay to do. The regulations thus far on Tuesday, the 5th of May, are that none of the restrictions have been lifted. So you should be working from home if you can work from home, and as long as you are able to stay safe, if you are going to work, then I believe that that is allowed. That is my understanding of the situation. I don't think nipping over to your boyfriend because it's your birthday or having him over is actually okay. I just don't. And it fucks me off on several levels. One, I think it's hugely irresponsible because you cannot guarantee 100% that the household that they are living in, unless it is like singularly, like, you know, they live by themselves only and they're not going out to work or etc., is safe for you to mix with. Secondly, you are not supposed to be doing that. And thirdly, of course it pisses me off because I really miss mine and I'm not being irresponsible like that. And I know that it is much, much harder for people that are maybe a few years younger than me, like people that are teenagers who don't get it. I think it's especially hard for like children and teens and late teens, because although you are responsible enough to kind of understand what's going on, it's still going to feel fucking shit because you're probably in that like rebellious stage where like you get it but you also feel it's really unfair and why can't you just this month. And I totally get it. But I was having this discussion with my mum the other day because I'd seen a load of stuff on social medias and I'd spoken to various people. And it's not like just one person that I know. It's like several people that I've seen, that I know, that are in and about my lives. And I had this conversation with mum and dad and they were exactly of the same opinion. If I had said, tough shit, that's it, I'm going to my boyfriend's because I could get myself there or whatever, they would say to me, then you stay there and that's it, you're not coming back until lockdown's over. And that would be perfectly fair enough. I don't understand how people are doing this and still thinking it's okay. Oh, well, you know, it was just her birthday. Oh, you know, it's just, you know, it's really hard here, so like they've gone there. No, I'm sorry, but no. I have really, really strong feelings about this because I think it's still really important. And I know we're getting like lower death days and we are getting, you know, the longer it goes on, like we appear to have it kind of, you know, more under control than it was at the start. And we are supposedly past the peak, but past the peak kind of means it's still pretty damn awful. It's not disappeared. We're not out of a risk area now. And it's not a cause for people to think that because the numbers are getting lower that it's okay to do these things. And it's really, I'm very, very bothered by it. and I don't know how to not be bothered about it, because although it doesn't directly affect me, I feel really strongly about it because, oh God, please don't do that. I know it doesn't directly affect me, but I feel really strongly about it. And I know that even though it has, of course, crossed my mind, oh, could I just pack a suitcase for like 3 weeks and then go and be at Jamie's and just stay there? Obviously, I have responsibilities, even though my parents could look after these guys. I don't feel like it's the right thing to do. And I know that Jamie feels exactly the same way. Brother is an A&E doctor, and him and his, I think, 6-month-old baby have recently had it. Luckily they're fine, they're making recovery, and obviously they had to isolate afterwards, and he'll be back to work shortly if he's not already, I can't remember. And I've said before, my best friend is a paramedic, and I feel like, despite the fact, yeah, I could probably get away with it, it's wrong. It's not the right thing to do. It doesn't matter if, I understand it more if you are a few years younger than me, but I also think that if you are, over the age of sort of like 15, 16 and above, you understand enough to know that it's the wrong thing to do. And it doesn't matter if it's hard at home because it's like busy or whatever, or it's lonely at home. So, if you're living singularly or whatever, I find myself getting really wound up because it feels really personal. Like, I honestly couldn't, and I know Jamie feels the same way, live with myself and be feeling like I had done the wrong thing when I have my best friend going out there on the front line, and his brother also. I find myself getting really frustrated, and I don't understand why people don't understand this. And I'm wondering like what the rules are in other places, because I've seen some massive YouTubers as well being like, oh, my boyfriend flew in because he was, I don't know, it was on the way back from a work trip or something. I'm like, I'm not sure that's okay either. Like, is anyone else feeling this way? I feel like I'm one of those people that I'm following the rules to a T because that is what you should be doing. End of discussion. There is not like, an if or a but or any of that. You should just be doing as you're told. Nothing's been lifted yet. We haven't been told that we can kind of mix with specific households that we know are safe to. They haven't sort of lifted things at all yet, so you shouldn't be doing those fucking things. I'm sorry, that's the end of the discussion. You can't defend that. I don't feel like you can defend that, and I'm getting really pissed off about it. A lot of it probably has to do with the fact that I really fucking miss my boyfriend, but there are, everyone has things that they don't want to do that need to be done, and this is one of them. And I'm sorry, but I don't think it's excusable. And if I was sort of a few years younger and I was still living in my parents' house, as I was at the time, as I said earlier, I would not be allowed to do it. And if I said, well, I'm going to go do it anyway, they wouldn't let me back in the house. They'd be like, fine, you stay there for the rest of the time then. And that would be perfectly fair enough. Adults, parents who have slightly older children living in their houses need to also step up and lay down the rules. The fact that they're adults and they can leave and go here, there and everywhere is besides the point. If they're in your house, you put your foot down. I don't think it's that difficult. I really don't. And it's winding me up this week. So that's how I feel about that. How do you guys feel about it? Can you let me know like what the rules are in your area? I'm really confused by all the shit that I'm seeing, and I'm like, what is this? How are you getting away with this? This is not allowed. Is it allowed? Am I just being stupid? I don't understand. So it's a bit later. It's now 8 o'clock. Mum and Dad are going to watch Vikings. I've got pasta with some of the meatballs I made earlier in the week. Gary's tank lights have just come off. I've just given Fred his second spray of the day because he will be up as it starts to get darker. I'm all bathed. My hair's up in a microfiber towel. I'm going to have my dinner and watch some YouTube. I need to do my description box as well because my vlog for this evening hasn't gone live yet because I'm a bad YouTuber. And yeah, it'll just be a chilled one. I feel really bad about my rant earlier, but that's just how I'm feeling right now, and I would like to know how you guys are feeling in lockdown. It'd be interesting to see what happens over the next, the announcement's on Thursday, isn't it? So I think it's the review date, that's what it is, so we'll see. It will be interesting anyway. But that's just how I'm feeling this week. I'm just irritated about people. And I think I'm disappointed, actually. That's what it is. I'm disappointed that even some of the people that I know or who I thought would have issues with people doing things like that are not as bothered. And maybe I should just like lower my expectations. I don't know whether I'm just being really harsh, but I think we all have a responsibility to do as we're told. And, you know, going out to work if you're an essential worker, or going out to work if you can safely work in an office, and obviously, like, you know, you need the money and all that kind of stuff. I understand that, and you can do that. But, like, seeing your mates, or, like, going to your boyfriends or whatever, or, you know, hanging out with your girlfriend, or going on a date is another one I heard. How are you dating someone? It annoys me, and I just had to, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. I'm sorry if it was a bit of a weird one. Yeah, that'll be it for today. I hope you're all well. Let me know how you're doing, as usual. And yeah, hit me up on Instagram, all that good stuff. The links that you will be looking for, everything's on my face, all that good stuff is always in the description box. I link everything for you. It is full of stuff, so feel free to have a ganders at that if you are looking for any information. I'll see you tomorrow. I've lost my brain. Okay, love you, bye.